Hello guys, Crispy here and welcome back to another video. This one, my friends, I'm going to be testing the GeForce GTX 962GB in Forza Horizon 5. This one is the MSI Gaming 2G model of the card, and we are of course running it with the latest NVIDIA drivers 496.76. I also overclocked it a little bit here, as you can see, plus 100 MHz on the core clock and plus 150 MHz on the memory clock. And today I'm actually pairing it with the i7 3770K, which is overclocked to 4.5 gigahertz, by the way. It's not at 3.5, and 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM clocked at 2400 megahertz. And yes, I finally fixed that motherboard on that PC. Let's get right into it, shall we? So first of all, let's go through the settings, and we are playing at the 1080p resolution. I think that's the only resolution that we're testing here today because it's adequate for a GTX 960. As you can see right here, we're playing on the low settings, not very low settings. I'm skipping those because they look horrible. But yeah, we're also going to test this one at medium, probably high, and ultra settings. I don't think ultra is going to go well because of the 2 gigabytes of VRAM, but yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's go. It's quite playable. We're probably going to see, yeah, that thing over there, low video memory warnings. Well, hopefully they're not really going to happen too often, and they're not going to be very distracting. Thankfully, we're right around 69 frames per second, by the way. That's beautiful. So I'm going to start counting the FPS right here. Take a look around us. Yeah, very good, actually. This is looking pretty decent still, although there are a lot of jaggies everywhere, and it's performing pretty well. Look at that, 80-something FPS, that's insane. It's not stuttering as well. Oh, but as I said that, we got a little spike there in the frame time graph, and I'm actually impressed that it's not really stuttering that much, you know. So far, so good. We've only seen like a couple of big spikes, not really gameplay hindering in any way, I believe. I've also seen those with much higher end GPUs as well, and in my other PC with the 5900X and NVMe SSD, so, oh my god, no! Okay. Overall, I'm pretty impressed here with the i7 3770K. It's handling this game like a champ, and of course, with the 4.5 gigahertz overclock and the fast RAM, DDR3 at 2400 megahertz is actually pretty fast. It's doing a really good job here. I think even more demanding titles, more CPU-intensive titles should be very playable on this little combo. We should definitely try it out with a higher-end GPU, like the 3060 Ti or something like that, and see how much of a bottleneck this CPU will be, because at least going by the CPU benchmarking option in CPU-Z, this little CPU actually competes with a stock 4790K, which is pretty damn good. It's also really close to the i7 6700K at stock, of course. By the way, we're seeing some frame time variation now here in the city, and we're seeing drops below 60 frames per second, but I think it's still perfectly playable like this. If you play this game at like 900p, you're gonna get 60 plus all of the time. So if you want that experience, you can always go with the lower resolution. It's perfectly playable here, and you're not gonna see many of those low memory warnings. We've only seen that once actually at the beginning, so that's great. Okay, we are back here after a fresh restart of the game, and now we're playing at the medium settings preset. 1080p still, medium settings, this is it. Now that MSIA is finally enabled, this setting is not as intensive as in other games. If you disable it here in Forza Horizon 5, you'll only lose like 3 FPS maximum, 1 to 3 frames most of the time. A little bit of a different car right now. Let's try this one out, and now instead of like around 69 over here, we're getting 50s. Not really perfect, you know, but it is still very playable at 50 frames per second in my opinion, and I think I would still enjoy my time in Forza Horizon 5 like this. So let's make our way to the city once again. I'm gonna start counting the frames because, well, I went into the map and it dropped our 1% lows by a little bit. Those little stutters are still there, by the way. They're not going anywhere. I've seen a lot of people with this issue as well, even with higher end cards. I myself have had it as well. But over here, I think they're a little bit amplified due to the fact that we only have 2 gigabytes of VRAM. RAM is also under control at like around 9 gigs of usage. That's pretty good. Why can't I destroy these things? You know, doesn't make sense, Forza. Come on. Now, medium settings looks a lot better than low settings, in my opinion. There's Satan right there. We gotta race Satan if I can. Yeah, there we go. There we go. No, it's not in that direction. I thought we'd go to the city, towards the city at least, not here, but all right. We gotta win against Satan, right, guys? Because he's a bastard. Can I actually take shortcuts here in these races? I can? What? Okay, this is very easy. What the hell? Also, 70 frames per second on average. Almost 69, my friends. Almost 69. Also, if you have the 4GB variant of this card, well, you can rest assured that it's gonna be perfectly smooth. Oh my god, 69 FPS average there. That's amazing. Ah, not anymore. Never mind. So 50s here. Maybe it's gonna drop into the 40s. Probably. It did on low, so makes sense that it will also do it here. But you know what? If you really like Forza games, and you have a GTX 962GB, I think I would recommend this game. It runs pretty well here. You know, no major stuttering issues, no major FPS drops as well, below like 30 frames, for example. Tunnels are super intensive as well, especially when you get out of this one, and it only drops into the lower 40s. So I think you're all set, guys. If you really want to play this game, you can with this card. So let's bump it up to the high settings preset, restart the game once again. All right, here we go. So now things are becoming a little bit rougher here for a GTX 960, but it is still okay, especially outside of city areas and festival areas. We are getting 69. Perfect stuff right there. And now the game looks a little bit better once again than medium settings, in my opinion. Oh, now it's dropping into the 50s near this town area or whatever that is. Can't really be called a town even. Oh god, no, not again. Oh, always this little house here, guys. They should remove this little house from the game so I can do benchmarks properly. Oh my gosh. Is it me, or is it looking better at night than during the day? Like, the lights look really pretty here on high settings. Maybe it's because we are at high settings right now, actually. All right, massive jump. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's dawn time. Can we actually see that beautiful sunrise? You know, part of what makes this game so good is the beautiful graphics. So you gotta stop sometimes and just enjoy the scene here. But it is taking a long time, so let's just move on and go to the city now. Here we go, dropping down into the lower 40s already, higher 30s. All right, we finally saw 30 frames per second here. Not very good, but far from unplayable still. I think this is still okay and enjoyable like this. If you want to play some races and stuff like that, well, things might start to become a little bit bad now, but yeah, it is still doable in my opinion. Now, what about the tunnels? 35, 36, 30 minimum. The minimum was 30 flat there in that very intensive tunnel. So I think if you want a little bit more of a console experience or last gen console experience with 30 frames per second, you can have it here with the 960 with perfectly decent graphics as well. Gotta love the optimization in this game, guys, and the fact that you can play Rocket League as well. Like, if I was playing online, I wonder if people would do this with me. That would be interesting. Anyway, that's enough of high settings. Let's finally bump it up to Ultra. I might start using this car for NVIDIA GPUs and the other car for AMD GPUs because of the colors, you know, along with the background. I think that would be nice. Even 4GB cards can't play this game flawlessly on Ultra settings without that VRAM warning at least. But yeah. Let's try this out once again and go to the city like this, if I can. Here we go. Start count. Oh my god, that's awful, actually. Oh boy. Oh, look at our 1% lows going. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is not good. It's stuttering way more often now. I can definitely tell that. And yeah, it's not very enjoyable. It is looking very good though, so if you want to take screenshots at ultra settings, you can still drive around. Second VRAM pop-up right now, by the way. We haven't seen a second one testing the other settings, although if I was playing for like 20 minutes on each setting, we'd probably see more in a couple of them, but it's not really that annoying. Yeah, guys, oh my god, it's not good. It's not good. Most of the time it's gonna be below 30 FPS. I mean, everything looks pretty good. The ambient occlusion looks fantastic on ultra settings. At least it's way better than the GT 710 at 72p. And yes, you heard that right, 72p. Go check that out. Oh my god, 24. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. Oh, no. Don't like this. I don't like this. 22. 21. I wonder how many FPS we're gonna get inside of that very demanding tunnel, though. Oh my, this is absolutely awful. It's unplayable, guys. It is unplayable at this point. Okay, so going in this direction is not really that intensive, but going the other way, it is very intensive. Oh god, dude. It's really rough.
Turn around when it is safe to
Okay, let's go. 20s, not too bad. Getting out of the tunnel. Yeah, this is definitely the lowest that it will drop to. 16 frames per second. So, well, that's been it, my friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope this was informative to you. Let me know if you're picking up Forza Horizon 5 with the GTX 960. So, yeah, you can actually play Forza 5 here on the 960. Absolutely fine at the lower settings. Lower resolutions will also work perfectly fine. Actually, should I try like 720p here just for fun? Yeah, just for a little bit. 720p at ultra settings. Yeah, we don't really gain a lot of FPS, do we? It still drops into the 20s, so no, guys. Ultra settings not really an option if you have a 2GB card at least. Have a great day, and I love you all. Bye-bye.